My name is Chitlada. I work for Thailand US CDC MOPH collaboration for 8 years. My position is Section Chief of Care and Treatment under Global Aid Program. One of my responsibility is to support technical to the Ministry of Public Health of the HIP core implementation. I in charge with this position of HIP core national program for 4 years, just only 4 years. And what we learned from 4 years is a lot. From my perspective, since beginning, maybe 2002, 2003, I do not involve at all in terms of program beginning, since beginning. For 2004, I was work in the field of pilot of this program, and I just learned that the HIP core is monitoring tool. It's like a software or tool that measure our service. That's all for me. And I think many of people think like me. Maybe sometimes we have mentoring from the US staff about QI, but it's small piece. The big piece is about monitoring performance measurements. So when you look at the yin yang, the logo, it is not balanced. And I have questions about HIP. What is HIP core? They talk about PM and QI and infrastructure, but we do only PM. When I get in charge with the National HIP Core T program, I learned from visit New York. One time Dr. Bush invited many of us, the ministry, CDC and funders, HIV care and treatment funders to New York, and I see the whole model of HIP core that New York conduct in the country. And when I come back, I think my priority is strengthen the QI piece more than PM. That is my first work when I am in charge with that national program. So I develop curriculum training, convince people that is more technical piece for quality improvement of HIV treatment and care. And at the same time, the performance measurements have a lot of weakness, devices, and then make it better. So the two pieces come together for maybe 2 years. You can say overcome. I think that is I can achieve that at that moment. But we found the new challenge of the site we implement is target 900 hospital. So huge of target, and they have totally different of context, staff, workload, and policy and everything. So that is not improved like we expect because of variety of context. Then in terms of quality management or infrastructure come up to my head. How can we integrate quality of HIV treatment and care that we feel confidence that our model is valuable. I think it's very useful, but how to integrate to their existing system of the country. I am not work in the ministry. I work with CDC, so I don't have authority make policy or anything. So during few years, we work to try to integrate this model and program to the existing system. It's come up with we have the mainstream of quality management and accreditation in Thailand, but it is not for specific disease. This is for all of system in the hospital, and we can give example of chronic disease model. Usually they present diabetes hypertension, not HIV, because HIV is so complicated of stigma, discrimination, many things. So I approached with that office many times with the ministry staff and the funder, the HIV treatment and care funders who concerned of quality. So we three partners come to talk with that mainstream quality management of Thailand. And then we, just this year, the new guideline, they announced they will certify HIV, AIDS and STI from their office. And when accreditation, if you apply for accredit and apply for the office to look at your work, you have to write the HIV AIDS quality improvement what you have done since few years ago in that application form. I think that is great for our work, that we try to integrate our work in the existing system. That is, many people think this is, including director, this one is like the priority of the hospital to be accredited, because it's come up with top up budget and many things. So this one is policy advocacy. But in terms of provider, I think I myself, they may not the other idea. I think make them happiness, humanize, like the movie you see, is the strategy that we try to make the provider happy with their work. Although the director said you have to do this, that, but they feel not happy, the service will not humanize, I think. So next 2 years I plan to implement humanized healthcare to HIV care provider, work with humanized healthcare specialists. We have fields in our country who have big name. We work with them and go to the site with him to be coaching and talking with people using many methods. We think we plan to use dialogue, listening to them and talk with them more and give example, good example sharing maybe by movie. We have lots of good movie and sharing in the coaching, refreshing class. That is my plan. Like they know their value. I think people have value, but they don't recognize. It seems like many workloads, many suffer comes every day of maybe their personal life, their work, their teamwork. So try to make them happy in the situation is very challenging, and we do not overcome, but we try to overcome. And I think it is the factor of sustainability in our country. So 10 years of expansion in terms of qualitative accountability, in terms of expansion of area and measurement and QI projects, we get a lot of achievement. But I think the happiness in long term of people in number increase every year, every month, every day. So how to make them happy with workload is challenge. In the QI process that we taught them many times, in the 6th step, in the step 3, I think, access the problem, analyze the problem, analyze the process. We train them to be involved PLHA and think about their perspective. Always think about their perspective. So I think this technique, if they include PLHA in their problem analysis, they will understand more when we talk with them more. Not from yourself, not instruct. You have to do that, this. But if we listen to patients in terms of daily quality improvement, it will be the other piece. But we have to coach them on site. Look at your root cause analysis. Your patient involved or not, or you listen to their needs or not. Train them like that way and show the movie that inspire them, and sharing with other providers in other regions. So So we will try, but it is my plan